Hello, you amazing friends. Welcome to our third networking Zoom for 2022. Can you please give the person next to you a round of applause? It's such a pleasure just having you with us, and you're here so early, which I think is amazing. Now, I was just going to say, if you just want to sit there and relax and just take it all in, you can do it. If you want to speak and say hello, don't you worry, you'll get your opportunity to do it. Now, just as we dive on in, before I get into the detail, we've got two of our amazing meetup leaders here. We've got Amir and Alexander Kittle. We love Amir and Alexander Kittle. Let's bounce over to Amir first as one of our legendary leaders. How are you doing, Amir? What's going on in your world? You're going to have to unmute so we can hear that powerful voice of yours, Amir.
That's true. It was an automatic mute, wasn't it? 2022 is starting with a bang. So lots of exciting stuff planned for the year. And I can see a few beautiful faces that I recognize. Great to see you guys again. I'm really looking forward to the face-to-face tomorrow, Ed. The live events have that special something. And I'm hoping that Mr. Tim Beanland would drop into Sydney one day so he could be here when it's not a lockdown, when they're actually allowed to travel. So if you guys are international and you're thinking of coming to Sydney, make sure you coordinate with Ed, because there's nothing like a bunch of positive people in the same room sharing the glitter with you.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you, Amir. Amir, can you tell us very quickly a bit about what you do and give us a networking tip as well?
Well, I made a decision early on around my early 20s that I wasn't going to be renting and then kicked out every 6 months. So I wanted a stable roof over my head. And from that little purchase for myself, I began actually investing in property and buying investment properties, doing the painting, the ripping up the carpet and all the difficult stuff. And then realized that I can actually pay somebody and outsource to do the stuff that I don't like to do anymore. So I learned how to be a buyer's agent, how to be a real estate agent who represents the buyer in selecting a property, in getting a bargain, in negotiating. And now I tend to use a professional painter to paint, a professional carpet layer to lay carpets, and I do the fun stuff, which is the hunting for property. So that's what I do as a buyer's agent.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Amir. We love you. Round of applause. And just before you go, can you give us a networking tip to get the most out of the Zoom, Amir?
Speak up. Say hello and don't wait for your turn that comes right at the end of the day. Raise your hand and put yourself in the queue so that the people that are here, interested, and still alert at the beginning of the night can hear you say something. Because right at the end of the night, we're not all sharing the coffee that Ed has made for himself. Exactly. Except we're in the live event. So there's a tip for you. Come to the live events.
Oh, beautiful. We love your work. We round of applause to Amir. And we're going to bounce over to Alexander Kittle and Karen Clark as our wonderful leaders. And just before we do, please use the chat. Use the chat to network, share your links and connect with each other, and absolutely go for it. Let's bounce over to Alexander Kittle. How you doing, Alexander Kittle? What's going on?
I'm very well, thanks, Edward. Not too bad. How are you? I sort of missed the intro. Apologies for my tardiness.
Oh, it's just great having you here. Tell us a bit about you and give us a networking tip, you legend.
All right. How about we do the networking tip first? So tip number one is learn to listen. A lot of the time we join these meetings and we just want to push our product, push our company, try and get more connections to build it up. How about we listen to what others want first and maybe connect with them first? So rule number one in sales is open your ears, they tell me all the time. Sometimes we need to listen before we try to sell ourselves, and you'll be surprised how many more people that you need to connect with rather than want to connect with because people are pushing their product.
Oh, well said, Alexander. Thank you. And tell us a bit about what you do, my friend.
Okay, so I'm an IT professional. I've been in technology for the last 25 years. I currently work for one of the largest IT distributors in the world at the moment, and I help the national and global market space here in Canberra to navigate the field of IT distribution to make sure all the products that they want to sell to their customers come in on a timely manner and an affordable price.
Oh, amazing. Alexander, we're so glad to have you with us. Can we give Alexander Kittle a round of applause? We love you, Alexander. There we go. We're going to bounce over to Karen Clark and then grab Piero before his kids launch an airstrike on him. Karen Clark, it's so good to see you. And Tomorrow you've got the Brisbane meetup. I bet you must be excited about that one, Karen Clark.
Yeah, I am. I'm really looking forward to it. As I said to you in a message, I don't know if you got it. Dr. Liz and I had a lovely catch up today and did a little bit of discussion around what we might do tomorrow and moving forward in future months, and the month that you're coming, which is February. Yeah, so that was great. Yeah, really excited. Hope it's not raining like this tomorrow when I'm driving all the way to Brisbane.
Oh, see. And Karen, tell us a little bit about what you're doing. Please give us a networking tip to get the most out of the Zoom experience.
Yeah, well, I'm going to copy the last person. I've just forgotten his name.
Alexander Kittle.
Alexander, and just say at first, the tip for Zoom is something I talked about with Annie today. And so it's how to learn how to say what you do on Zoom in a nice, concise way that's going to actually get people to think, oh, wow, I'd love to know more about that person. Okay, that's my tip for Zoom. And the reason is because I don't think I've been explaining as well what I do. And so I'm going to do it differently today. So thank you for asking, Ed. So I am actually a mindset and transformation coach. And I, funnily enough, work with business owners and entrepreneurs. And I teach a reliable, repeatable system to them to grow their businesses by understanding what really causes our results, whether they're good or bad. So entrepreneurs and business owners are visionaries of their business. And I teach them how to take that vision and actually bring it to fruition by our thinking through the frequency and the connection of that frequency in the quantum fields and through the universal laws. So I am working with the quantum field. I am working with quantum technology. However, that's how I do it. Does that make more sense to most people?
Oh, you're cooking up a storm when you're getting there, Karen. I've got to say, love your absolute work.
Thank you. Annie gave me the thumbs up, so maybe that was better. So yeah, I suggest everyone works out a way to say what they do best and have people think, wow, I'd love to learn more about that.
Oh, absolutely. We love you, Karen. Can we give Karen a round of applause and make sure you connect with Karen? And if you just come in as well, if you just want to sit there and take it all in, don't worry. You can just sit there and relax. If you want to speak, you'll have an opportunity, don't you worry. So keep using the chat to share your links. We're going to bounce over to one of our leaders, Piero. Piero, how you doing, my friend? What's happening in your world and what's going on, Piero?
Hey, Edward. Hey, everyone. Alexander, I heard you speak. I just jumped in. There's a lot of familiar faces here. It's really good. Karen, yes, that comes across so much better. It's very challenging for us to talk about the quantum field. So now that I've gone after Karen, I just want to let you know that what Karen does from a mindset perspective, when she talks about the quantum field, it just adds another level of your leadership. So when she talks like that, when I talk like that, and there's another few other people that talk like this, and Annie will probably talk about it again in her language when she talks to pets and spirits of animals, there's another realm that you can go to. And it's so inquisitive. So I highly recommend that if you haven't connected with Karen before, please do so. So Ed, wow, what have I been up to? I've been closing deals with Amir. We're working on things as always. It never stops with us too, I can tell you that. I also had a really great catch up today with Camilla. And where do I start? I wish she was on the call. I left her in a way with an experience. Now, Ed, before you ask me what's one tip for the networking group here, and I love Karen, I love your tip. Don't talk about business when you meet people face to face. Ask what their hobbies are. Leave them with an experience. Because business is easy. Pass them the business card, connect on LinkedIn. You can do your own research, I'm sure of it. Please take that politely because that's how it's supposed to come across. You can use LinkedIn to go and see what the person does. JC Maxwell says it the best. So many people can communicate and lots of people do, but very few actually connect. So take the time to get an experience or give one.
Oh, well said. Can we give Piero a round of applause? Piero, we love you, my friend, and it's an absolute pleasure. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up to the floor shortly, but just before I do that, I'm just going to show you the upcoming events in the state of the nation. So I'm just going to hit share screen. That's going to tell you what's coming up. We've got some cool stuff going down. Now, firstly, my winning friends, we have got our face-to-face networking meetup in Sydney tomorrow. So if you're from Sydney, please join us tomorrow for our face-to-face networking meetup, Friday, 2:30 p.m. at Victory Offices, Barangaroo. Just share the link right there. If, as well, you are in Queensland or Brisbane tomorrow, please join us as Brisbane with wonderful Karen Clark and co. I'm showing a link right here. This is tomorrow, Friday, 2:30 p.m. Brisbane time at Victory Offices in Fortitude Valley. So we've got that winner there. Just share the links. Also, too, we've got a fantastic new webinar this Monday that you're going to love. I'm going to do Ed's secrets on dealing with toxic people. Now, not aimed at you people. You people are awesome, but I have to deal with toxic people every day in the real world. And what I do is, and here are my secrets on how to stay sane and deal with toxic people and stay white-pilled right here. That's Monday. That's going to be an absolute blast. And of course, as well, if you haven't already, I just want to share with you a link to our next international networking Zoom. We're back here next Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. So please just book here in that link right now, which is an absolute pleasure. So I just want to say a big thank you for coming. We're going to open up to the floor right now. Now, the best way to do it is on the Zoom reaction bar at the bottom. You should have, at the bottom of your Zoom, you should have a little Zoom reaction bar. You can hit the hands up key. And what's beautiful about Zoom is it ranks it all in order of the hands up key. So please hit that hands up key if you'd love to speak, and we'll walk up to you in order. Just a few things. It is being recorded, so please keep it clean and positive. If you can keep what you're saying as short and concise, I mean, take your time, but if you can just be as short and concise as possible, so you're making sense to the audience, that will be wonderful and appreciated. We've got Ellie Huang as our guest speaker. Ellie's not in yet. She's looking after her kids, but she'll be in later. And also, too, we're going to take a photo in a few minutes, too, so get ready to take a photo as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you just keep your microphones on mute until, if you're not speaking, just keep your microphones on mute just to keep the audio down. So Amir, over to you, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hello, Murray. I can see you there. So where are we? Now, the reason that I jumped on again is because I realized, Ed, that I think that there may have been something on a Saturday that I wasn't quite sure about. Is there a Saturday Ed event coming up?
Oh, thank you for the reminder. Our next, yes, I forgot to mention it. It's Saturday, the 12th of February is our next weekend workshop. So thank you for that. I'll include the link. You're awesome, Amir. Thanks for the setup.
Well, one thing I wanted to say was that I've been to a few Ed events that are on a Saturday, and the difference between a Saturday event and these little get-togethers where we're all talking and meeting and doing a general talk is Ed unveils some secrets only to the people that actually make an effort to show up. It's not just about showing up on a Zoom, but it's actually taking time out of your day, taking a pad and paper, having your LinkedIn portfolio ready, having your profile ready, so that Ed can really sharpen the axe on the things that we're all doing already. Now, I'm an expert on one thing, Ed's an expert on different things, Piero is an expert on other things. So between the leaders and the people you're going to meet on a Saturday, you're actually going to get different people's opinion who might be your target audience anyway. So you're now sitting in a room where the target audience is listening to you, giving you hints and tips on how they want to be spoken to. Because who's heard of the golden rule? You can see your hands up, but I don't know if that's because you want to speak or not. The golden rule is a beautiful thing, but there is a platinum rule, which is even better. So the golden rule is treat people like you want to be treated. The platinum rule is treat people the way they want to be treated. And so you want to listen to your customers or your potential customers and find out what your actual customers want. Listen to the people. But I highly recommend the Saturday event with Ed because those Saturdays really go into a deep knowledge.
Oh, Amir, thank you for the setup. A round of applause to you, Amir. We appreciate you. I'm pumped to see you tomorrow. Big thank you. We're going to bounce over to Jacob Curian. How you doing, Jacob Curian?
Hi, Ed. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks a lot. Awesome. So I'm Jacob. I'm a mechanical engineer. I recently graduated from Meetup University. So I'm based in Perth and been living in Australia for about 2.5 years, originally from India. And I even studied for a while in the Middle East. So, I've been to at least 3 countries so far and enjoying the Australian experience and pretty new to Ed's workshops sessions. So this is my 4th one. And yeah, they're really good. And so I just love to listen to, different people speak, always improves your knowledge and also the vocabulary. And just really looking forward to taking in a lot more info today. Yep, that's all. Thank you.
Jacob, it's a pleasure. Round of applause to you, Jacob. And please keep sharing your LinkedIn links too, so you can get in there. And I see you, Murray. What you want to do, Murray, is if you can, at the reaction bar at the bottom, hit the hands up key. You'll see a hands up icon, and that'll put you in the queue, Murray. So that's how you will pick you up that way. If not, I'll pick you up anyway. Tim Beanland, how you doing, Tim? What's going on, my friend?
Ed, I'm very good. I'm sorry we missed each other on the little Sydney trip that I was up for 2 days ago, but we'll catch you on the back end in Melbourne. So doing well.
Oh, how are you, my friend? Tell us a bit about you and what you're up to.
Yeah, sure thing. So I help my clients produce 1 to 3 months worth of video content in 45 minutes of their time. How I do that is meet with them weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. We film content. I go away and make it look good with their branding, subtitles, and all the heavy lifting done by me. Find the best bits from that conversation so you look your best on social media, but you don't have to worry about your video content for the next month. So that's what I do. If you want to learn more about that, you can have a chat with me here. It's the link.
Tim, good seeing you. Can we give a round of applause to you, Tim? We're going to hear from wonderful Nicole Yates. Then we're going to take a group photo, so get ready for your group photo. And Nicole, it's so good to see you. How are you, my friend? What's news? Hit that unmute key so we can hear your powerful, enthralling voice, Nicole Yates.
All right. Thank you, Ed. I'm great. Thank you. Feeling energized and empowered.
What are you up to, Nicole? What's cooking in Nicole's land?
So I have been really busy working on my Brain Performance Accelerator Masterclass, where basically I'm teaching people how to optimize and maximize their brain's capacities. It's getting late in the day and my words are getting tongue-tied.
Oh, me too. Me too. I've had a day of being slammed by Microsoft. Microsoft has taken over my life today, so I know the feeling, Nicole.
So I've been really busy working on all of that, and I'm going to put the link, if you know anyone who's got memory problems, who's lacking energy, who's got someone in their family with Alzheimer's, send them along to this webinar, 27th of January at 9 o'clock Brisbane time, 10 o'clock Sydney time. There it is.
Beautiful. We got it there, Nicole. Can we give Nicole a round of applause, Nicole?
Oh, yeah.
Now, we're going to bounce over to Mark shortly, but let's take a quick group photo first. Then we'll go to Mark Inkster. So you want to turn on your webcams, lean forward, and I want you to hold the pose so I can get a good group photo. So lean forward, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1. Big smile. Fantastic. We can do a bit better, a bit higher energy, 3, 2, 1, smile, hold the pose, everyone. A million times better. Can we give yourself a round of applause? Let's bounce over to Mark Inkster. How are you, Mark Inkster? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you, and hi all. Yeah, I'm from New Zealand, and we've finally gone live with our e-commerce dropshipping site. So anyone that's interested in putting their products on our site, you'll be able to load them on from now. And that's the strangers market. And I'm a wealth making opportunities consultant. And so working on my own projects at the moment. And that's more stories to come in the near future, sort of thing. So that's a quick look up from me.
Keep it up, my friend. Can we give Mark a round of applause? And Mark, please share your links in the chat so we can check it out. Beautiful. We love you, Mark. It's a pleasure. Let's bounce over to Baksha. What's going on, Baksha? Unmute
Yeah,
back,
unmute. Yes. Yep. Hi guys. Great to see you all. I run a consulting business, but I'm a business analyst, a software developer, and a project manager. Thanks to Edward and Co and the rest of the people here, I've improved my presentation skills, and I feel much better now talking in front of people. But yeah, otherwise, I like to travel, read some books. I'm a little bit nerdy, but I've got little small, but I've got, I think, little small. I mean, I don't know how to say it. I've got humor, but not too much. But yeah, otherwise, I'm on the lookout for a job as well, along with my business, just to keep the funds coming in. So yeah, I'm in Bangalore, India, and want to return back to Sydney as soon as possible. So cheers. Thanks, guys.
Oh, beautiful. We love you back, Shah. Round of applause. And just a quick honorable mention. You notice that Ellie Huang is in. Can we all wave to Ellie Huang? Ellie's our guest speaker. She's probably looking after kids right now. So once we get through everyone, we're going to bounce over to Ellie. So big wave again at Ellie. We're going to bounce back to Ellie as our guest speaker. And Raj, over to you, my friend. How are you, Raj?
Yeah, I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What are you up to, Raj?
Hi, I am from the India. We are providing mobile and web application all over the globe.
Awesome. That sounds pretty powerful, Raj.
And, one of my product is product management. Is quite easy for us. I will put in my chat box, so please check, everyone. Thank you.
Raj, sounds good. Round of applause to you, Raj. It's a pleasure. Oh my God, we've got the very handsome Ludwig on the line. How you doing, Ludwig? What's going on?
You humble me, Ed. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. But I do want to share with you and everyone, Ed. I just had a one-on-one with Eileen Avard, and the legends were true.
I love
She's
Eileen.
actually
Put
pretty
up your
awesome.
hand if you love Eileen Avard. Yeah. I'm very pro Eileen Avard. There you go.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share how she's just a genuine person. And actually, through our conversation, we're able to find out that she's the missing piece in one of the business processes that we have. So now that every time that I get clients who would ask about a certain type of program or a certain type of question, I can then refer it to her. So just wanted to point out how intelligent she is. So if you're in a you're looking for that type of conversation and you wanted to get consulting for your business from her, please hit her up. She's really an amazing person. A little about what we do, though. Us at Blast Out Consulting, what we do is we help small business owners scale their business, because 2020 has pushed a lot of us out of our comfort zones, and it's really made us rethink what we wanted to do. So if you know anyone who wanted to start 2022 strong, scale their business, please throw them our way. We actually have partnered with a virtual assistant team, so we'll help them all throughout implementation and help them create that impact within their communities as well. So, I'll put my details in the chat, and thanks for the time, Ed.
We appreciate you, Ludwig. Round of applause to you, Ludwig. It's a pleasure. And we've got my old friend, Michael Gray on the line. Michael, pumped to see you tomorrow. How are you, my friend?
I'm pumped to see you tomorrow and everyone else as well. And our Brisbane team will be keen to see everyone up in Brisbane as well. So, going really good. And I guess I just wanted to say that this is a fantastic community, and really enjoying being a part of it. So I run a company for all those that are new called MKG Events. So we do in-person events, online events, help with everything from making it more commercially viable through to the marketing, through to getting your ideal kind of clients on board the event, whether it's in person or online. There's been, I guess, some exciting developments this week. So the state government here in New South Wales has announced Event Saver, which helps to provide financial support to people wishing to hold in-person events. So that's pretty cool. It's always good to get free money. And a number of our clients have also already benefited from that scheme. So, and in other news as well, we have quite a lineup of events coming up. So on, for example, the 22nd of February, the wonderful Dr. Liz, it's also part of this community, is doing an event on more energy, more clarity, and less stress for busy professionals. The legendary Piero, who is also on board this community, is doing an event with us in March as well. Phoebe Lay, doing an event on marketing. So there's lots and lots of really cool online and in-person events coming up. So I'll be putting a post up in the chat if you'd like to check any of them out.
Michael Gray, we love you. Round of applause. And Amir's interested too, so make sure you touch base with Amir, Michael Gray.
And also too, so for anyone that is interested as well, in April, we'll be having an event with Amir at Eastwood Leagues Club.
Oh, there we go. I've been in that club before. It's a good one. Love your work, Michael Gray. Give Michael a round of applause. Big thank you. There we go. We're going to bounce through Cami, and then we're going to take another group photo. So, Cami out of Kumbi, what's going on, my friend? Great seeing you as always.
Oh.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. Kemi from London. Nice to see all the old faces and new faces. So for me, sorry, my voice.
You need some more. You need some more coffee, Cami. You need some nice black coffee.
I don't do coffee.
That's your problem. You need a cup of coffee. Yeah, just kidding. There you go.
So for me, I do also things with health, wellness, beauty, fitness, but I'm not going to bore you with the whole whole of it. Yeah, so that's me. And also I love positivity and helping people raise their vibration. But yeah, thanks, Edward.
You know what? We love you too, Cami. Can we give Cami a love heart? Because I'm a huge Cami fan. So I don't know about you, but I want to become the president of the Cami fan club. There we go. Now we're going to bounce over to Louise in a moment, but we're just going to take another group photo. So I'm going to go to the other screen and make sure we're all included. So let's get ready to take a photo, my friends. Now do something different that's very distinguished to our pose. So do a different pose. So you all start and hold the pose, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1. Big smile. Hold the pose. Absolutely sexy people, my friend. And Louise Mosley, welcome. Great having you with us, Louise. Please, the floor is yours, my friend.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's my first time here, so thank you. I'm loving the energy, so thank you. My name's Louise Mosley. I'm based over in England, and I work with business owners who've left their previous jobs because they've got a huge passion and skill for what they do. Like Amir was talking about, when he set up his business, he ended up doing absolutely everything and then probably came to a point of thinking, gosh, why did I go into business in the first place? So I help business owners really to take that step back and spend time where they add their most value, where they really want to be. And, you know, everything else needs to be done, but it doesn't have to be done by us. So it's helping people really to focus where their unique skills are. So I'd love to connect with everyone. I'll put my details in the chat box. And yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Louise, we love you. Come back anytime. Round of applause to you, amazing Louise. And my old friend, Ben Shablowski is in. Ben, how are you? It's such a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, Edward, thank you so much. Likewise, it's been a while since I've been here in this amazing group, but it's so good to see so many known faces. Yeah, really a pleasure. Thank you.
What have you been up to, and how do you help people, Ben?
Well, I do help men unlock their potential by reconnecting them with their purpose, because I see so many people going through life on autopilot. They're busy, they're making maybe good money, but they're not fulfilled.
Yeah.
And I'm on a mission to end that.
Oh, very successful mission. Ben, we love you and so good seeing you, my friend.
Thank you.
Round of applause to you, Ben, and love your work. And also can we give a quick wave to Ellie? Ellie's our guest speaker very shortly. Her kids are calling an airstrike on her. But once we get through everyone, we're going to bounce over to Ellie. And we got Joanna Lee with us. Joanna Lee, such a great pleasure having you with us. Please feel free to hit that unmute key and say a big hello, Joanna Lee.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna. I joined at networking event for my fears, but I haven't been back for a while. And yeah, really happy to see you all. maybe old and new faces. I'm actually doing interpreting and like in translation for quite a few years, mainly in medical, mainly medical settings. And I do some of the other like settings as well, like law, legal or tribunal. And I'm also like focusing on the healthy topic when I do translation. And yeah, and so feel free to reach out to me when you feel like needing a translator to help you when you have a client who doesn't speak English, like who speaks Chinese, and also looking for landing a position in telecommunications field. So feel free to reach out to me when you have like want to talk to me as well. So very happy to see you all today, and thank you to have me.
Joanna, so good having you back. You come anytime. Can we give a round of applause to you, Joanna Lee? Big thank you. And then we've got the amazing John Pastor, the Sydney Adventure Guru. How are you doing, John?
Oh, very good, Ed. I mean, it's amazing to finally make it to a Thursday night episode of your fabulous meetings. As I mentioned to you earlier today, I'm unable to come and visit you tomorrow because we don't have a lockdown, we have a lockout.
Yeah.
My family has unfortunately succumbed to exposed to the COVID. So all I can do is keep myself clean, keep everybody else clean by not turning up. But look, I mean, what I try to do is to sell people on Sydney. And as I'm stuck on the glorious Central Coast, I'm repurposing my business to giving away people complimentary holidays and hotel savings cards. And I put up earlier on the post to sort of say, there's a link there. I'm giving people 7 days free access. You can get your own holiday, book it in, take advantage of it. And hey, guess what? It's less than $1 a day to give away upwards of $30,000, $40,000 worth of holidays a month. So that's what I do.
Very
that's
cool.
what I do.
Very cool. Powerful, John.
And if people can take advantage of the fact that they can grow their business by giving away a holiday instead of discounting their products. Value adding, incentivizing.
John, beautiful. Can we give John a round of applause? And John, good luck with your isolation. Hope you do well, my friend. It's a pleasure.
Buddy. Thank you.
Oh my God, it's Michelle Clark. I'm glad. I love Michelle Clark. What's going on, my friend?
Ed, you're way too kind. I'm lost with this holiday. John had me at holiday, so I've completely lost my concentration. I forget what they are. So hello everybody. What an exceptional group tonight. It's really neat to see so many different disciplines in here sharing. I've already got a couple of notes to follow up with a few of you today because I definitely know there's some areas that I need to improve on. So I'm an e-disc practitioner, and my clients are independent individuals who take control. So they have a growth mindset and they choose to take ownership and of understanding how their behaviours are or are not working for them. So they're the type of people who are keen to understand how others are likely to perceive their actions, and they wish to understand how their actions are understood by others. So they are the type who choose to be in control of how they react, and how they can improve communication with other people. They're the type of people who value connection and they value meaningful interactions. They're definitely their own types of leaders. And Ed, if I can use your example from last week when we were talking about how others are perceiving our intent and our communication. So I think you'll probably agree with me. You're naturally quite a high energy person. With statistically, the majority of the population is a low energy. So we're talking about 60 to 65% of the population are quite low energy. So this is where we can have a little bit of a mismatch with our energy styles. So if you're coming across to somebody who has a low energy or not the same style of energy as you, it poses a little bit of a barrier between the two types of people when they're talking. So it's not that they don't like your message or they don't like you as a person. They kind of just get a little bit standoffish, I guess, because of that mismatch with the energy. So that's the space that I play around with. I love it. There's a lot of value in it for individuals. You don't have to be in a corporate setting to benefit from this. So that's where I shine.
Oh, you shine everywhere. Michelle, we love you, appreciate you. Round of applause to you, Michelle Clark, and a big thank you. And oh my God, we've got my Middle Eastern brother, Zach, on the line. How are you doing, Zach? What's going on?
How you going, yeah? Good. How's everything going? I am doing really well these days. So I quite excited about connecting to more people in relation to tendering and grants. And lots of people would like to apply for grants, and lots of people would like to apply for tenders. So that's my business, is to assist them to apply for tenders and also manage the grants as well, especially not-for-profit organizations and also businesses. So that's what I do.
Zach, we appreciate you. Round of applause to you, Zach, and it's an absolute pleasure. And Thomas Dean, what's going on, Thomas Dean?
Good evening, everyone. Edward, it's been a crazy week. In 1 week, we thought we would design a business and the name Dino Cleaning Service, and it's just shot up. So we're actually doing cleaning from Brisbane, Gold Coast, and now the Sunshine Coast there. So I've got a company that I've jumped on, but it's just been a learning curve because last year I wasn't doing much phone calls and that. Now I'm actually doing my role of a business development manager, and it's been an impressive thing. And we're getting closer to getting our exams done. So now we're down to the last two, and the last two that will probably take the longest. But we are keen and we're ready to go.
Oh my God. I was going to say, it's an absolute pleasure, Bakshar. You are absolutely amazing. So round of applause to you, Bakshar. We appreciate you, my friend. There, Bakshar, what I'm saying, we're going to come to Bakshar soon. Love your work, Thomas. John, how you doing, John?
Darling, Edward, how are you?
Good to see you. What's been happening, my friend?
Bloody oath. All the way from New Zealand, I'm with Mark Engster, who, it's 10:37 here in Auckland, and it's bloody late, but we would be here with Edward. Kilda, sorry, g'day. Hello, lovely to see you. My name is John Mabry. I'm a presentation coach, video presentation coach, and I help my students shine on camera, showing people what to say it, how to produce it on a mobile phone, and how to distribute it on LinkedIn or Facebook and whichever your social media channel might be. I'll put a little link in the chat box. But Edward Zia, I have followed this young man for a long time, and he is a rock star. Would you not agree, ladies and gentlemen? Would you not agree?
I second the motion. That Edward Zia, he's a wonderful man who thinks John Mabry is awesome. There we go. John, pleasure having you. Let's go get John, we love you. Round of applause to you, John. And please keep sharing your links. Love your work, man. And we've got Murray with us. Murray, it's so good speaking to you earlier today. Feel free to hit that unmute key and say a quick hello, Murray. What's going on?
Sure. I contacted you, Ed, because I was scared of contracts of multi-million dollars. And I've got this hang up. I know that my boss is the world leader in salt purification, but I'm thrown in with him since 18 months. I was a rep, and now he wants to appoint me as director.
Ooh, congratulations.
And if we win the contract before June, and if we win it, I will be a director of Salt Partners Australia Limited. I just wonder how the impact of me being an ordinary salesman, listening to everybody, compared to a person that's got $30 million contract coming up. How does that affect people when I'm doing the big, I'm big noting myself, and yet I don't want to. I want to be a human being and connect with you.
I think you do a great job of being a human being, Murray. We love you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Beautiful. Can we give Murray a round of applause to Murray? It's an absolute pleasure and love your work, man.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
See you, Murray. Oh my God, Edith. Edith, it's so good seeing you. Thank you for being so awesomely patient. How are you and what's going on, Edith?
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of months, and yeah, I support women with visibility and giving them a platform to advertise and show and share their stories, how they came about starting their own businesses. And it's just amazing when we can put our passion into service and be of service to people who need our services. And I've realized, and I'm telling this to others, that if we do not start what we want to do, we cannot support anyone, and those people will suffer because of that. So we are such a gift to the world that we are offering the services, and we are putting our life online, our name online for that reason. So thank you so much for having me. And if anyone would like to connect or know women who are in need of shining the spotlight on them, let me know. Lovely to connect with you all.
Edith, can we give you a round of applause? Edith, we love your work. And just as well, please keep sharing your links, share your LinkedIn links, make sure you connect with Edith. A quick wave as well to Ellie Huang. There's wonderful Ellie. Ellie's going to be our guest speaker. Once we get through everyone, we're going to bounce over to Ellie Huang. So stick around and enjoy that one. And Nikki Nazar. Nikki, thank you so much for joining us, Nikki. Please unmute and say hello and a big welcome.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Long-time follower, first-time caller. So it's actually quite exciting to be here. I'd like to see how this actually can work out for the further. So my name's Nikki. I'm here from Johannesburg, South Africa. I am now just taken on a new role. So I'm now currently in charge of the strategic relationship building process for Explore Protech. It's an entrepreneurial haven. So what we're doing is we're just setting up as many meetings with new entrepreneurs. We've got some more contracts coming up with entrepreneurs, moms, dads, and starting up their own businesses. So yeah, I'm going to drop my LinkedIn page. Please feel to share, to connect. And I'm looking forward to meeting everyone.
Nikki, thank you, my friend. Can we give Nikki a round of applause? And I appreciate you, and keep sharing your links. And oh my God, we've got Heather Mitchell. Heather Mitchell is a absolute bundle of happiness and joy and winning. And how you doing, Heather Mitchell?
I'm very good, Edzia. It's so lovely to be here, and just so lovely to be part of this community. It's a really amazing thing that you've created. So very honoured to be here. And yeah, so I was just thinking that a lot of people, when they think about investing, they think about the next stock tip. But I think it's important to really step back and go beyond that and just think about your mindset and what happened with your parents and your ancestors and all the influences that come into how you feel about money. And it really, the money that you have really sort of reflects the inner work that you do. And I offer this 6-week Foundations of Financial Freedom program, which is actually starting on the 9th of February. It's a really deep program, and I'm really honoured to be running it. So if you'd like some more details, do get in touch. Thank you.
Heather, we love you and you're highly recommended. Round of applause to you, Heather Mitchell. It's a pleasure. And oh my God, we've got the Master Chief, Eileen Avard, on the line. Eileen, I'm pumped to see you in Melbourne next Friday. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Ed. Yes, I'm looking forward to see you in person again. And I'm so delighted I met up with so many in this room, the one-to-one chat, and it's just so awesome. And so my name is Eileen Avard. I'm a transitions coach, and I've helped business owner who wants to create work-life balance without do not suffer without and yet still have the financial mean without experiencing emotional burnout. So I help them, especially on the unconscious side of it, is that if you take care of that part of you, you will not have emotional sabotage or emotional procrastination, something that you never know why you don't do that. So that's the part that if you become conscious of it, that's the missing link that's going to get you your financial freedom, your financial growth. So I help you to create that. So, and I'll pop my link, and I have an event coming up early next month, and I'll pop my link in there as well. So thank you very much, Ed.
And just before you go, Eileen, so when's your webinar and what is it?
That is on the 9th, on the 8th of February, on a weekday at 10 o'clock. And I put it specially so it's within your work time, so there's no excuse for not having the time. You can take time from work to attend that.
Oh, Eileen, pop in the link. And Eileen, I can't wait till I see you soon. We're going to get some photos. Can we give a round of applause to Eileen? Eileen, it's a pleasure. And tell your wonderful husband, Wayne, I said hello. Hey, thank you. Oh, my God. It's Annie Burke time. What's going on, Annie Burke?
Hello. Some of you know me and some of you don't. I'm an animal communicator and an animal medium. So I have conversations with animals who are living and animals who are in spirit. So I thought tonight I'd just share one of the stories I had this week with an animal. The cat has passed away, and the human mum, wanted to know if the cat was going to reincarnate. And the cat said she's going to come back as a dog, and she's coming back as a Scotty dog. So I looked at a page to see what pattern of colours they come in, and I got told what colour. She's going to come back as a boy. Often animals aren't very happy if they have to come back as the opposite sex, but it's just a body they have an opportunity to come back in. So she answered all those questions, and then I said, is there anything else you want to tell your mum? And she said, tomatoes. And I thought, what's tomatoes? And I said, what do you mean? And she said, it's a test. So I looked up on the internet to see whether it's safe for dogs to eat tomatoes, because I had no idea. And apparently if they're red and ripe and there's no flowers, leaves or stems, then it's okay for them to eat them in small quantities. But on the page was a picture of a Scotty dog with a bowl of tomatoes. And I just think, Anyway, when I told the mum all of this and I said, this is a message, tomatoes, I don't understand. And the mum said, oh, they're my favourite thing. I eat them every day, and the cat knows I eat them every day. So that's the cat passing on a message so that her mum knows I'm really talking to her cat. Wow. So it's weirder than fiction what I deal with, and I never know what I'm going to get told every day, but this is the life that I lead with communicating with animals.
There you go. We're going to have to get you a badge and a Beretta the way you're going, Annie Burke. So there you go. We're going to get you a badge and a gun with all the cool stuff you're doing.
Thank you. Annie, get a gun. Yeah, thanks.
Definitely got to get you a gun. You're kicking butt. Can we give Annie Burke a round of applause? Annie Burke, you're going from strength to strength, and we love you, Annie. It's a pleasure. And oh my God, it's Rahul. What's going on, Rahul?
Hey, Ed, how are you?
Welcome.
This is my third time in this meetup. I'm a bit nervous because of rise in COVID cases here. So unable to drive 40 miles of bicycle, which I did in last meetup. So I'm just waiting for that, how everything will be fall in place. So basically, I'm Rahul. I'm from India. I'm the tech enthusiastic with the passion of innovate and implement new idea in the technology world. Recently, we built the product in the artificial intelligence to automatically count the objects and item in the warehouse or IRA. So looking forward to connect like-minded people of the group.
Rahul, it's a pleasure. Big welcome to you, Rahul. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
And oh my God, we've got my old friend who I've not seen in probably since the pandemic, Sue Linnes Monk. Sue, great seeing you, my friend. Please feel free to say a quick hello. How you doing, Sue?
Hello, Edward. It's great to see you. And also I'd like to say hello to Michael Gray. I haven't seen him for ages, and he always keeps in touch. So hello, both of you and everyone else.
Hi.
Yeah, look, it's been a long time since we had those meetings at WeWork.
Yeah.
And all those other catch-ups, but it's great to be back. I have been keeping tracks on everything. So I just wanted to say hello. I have put my link in the chat. Basically, where do I start? I'm an NLP master practitioner, hypnotherapist. I do EFT and a whole lot of other stuff. I'm probably going to be working pretty soon with a mental health group called Saving Brothers. And it's a great honor to be working with people in that space, because mental health and anything to do with mindset is my biggest passion. I'm also passionate about quantum linguistics and quantum energy. I think that space is completely untapped, and there's so much more to come from that space. So if anyone is interested in connecting with me, please do. Happy to have a chat. I work with a variety of different people. Some of my current clients have just gone through marriage breakups or separations and, you know, empty nesters. So a whole gamut of different people, programs. Happy to help and have a chat with anyone. And thanks again, Ed. You're doing a great job, you and Lassie.
Sue, we appreciate you. Round of applause for you, Sue, and a big thank you. And we're going to bounce over to Nisha, then take a group photo and hear from wonderful Ellie. Nisha, big welcome. How you doing, Nisha?
Hello, everyone, and thank you for having me on this platform. Actually, I was collecting courage to introduce myself. I was waiting for my turn, listening to everybody. And I'm really, you know, you can say, you know, happy to see you all, to be with you all. I help people with their mindset to bring smile on their faces. I'm basically a mindset and a happiness coach. And I think today is my lucky day. I'm here, and two of the NGOs have approached me for the collaboration I'll be working with. And today only I came to know that I've been chosen for an award, and which will be given me on Women's Day. So just to share my happiness with all, I'm so excited, and just spare my excitement and my energy. I have no words actually. I mean, I was just, my mobile was just clicking with the SMSs, and I was reading it all the news, good news together. You know, I'm so excited. And that's it. I mean, I have no words. I'm really happy with you, to be with you all. Thank you so much. And I'm from India. I'm from India.
Nisha, congratulations. Can we give Nisha
thank you so much.
Big thank you. I just want to say, can we get another group photo as well? We've got a lot of new people in now. Now, I want you to do something totally different in this group photo to really stand out. I'm not in this one, but you guys are. So do something very cool and hold the pose. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Just absolutely magnificent. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, just before we bounce over to Ellie, if you haven't spoken and you want to speak, now's your chance before we hand over to Ellie. So, yeah, if you haven't spoken and you want to speak, now's your chance. Just put up your hand. Justine Fox, so good to hear from you. Justine, the floor is yours before we bounce over to Ellie.
Hey, everyone. Justine here. How's everyone going?
Good to see you, Justine.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that I'm actually looking for a new role. So if anyone's got work going, especially in health, this is my focus. That's where I'd like to head. So.
Oh, beautiful. Can you share your LinkedIn link so where everyone can connect with you, Justine Fox? Beautiful. We love you, Justine Fox. Round of applause to you,
Thanks.
Justine. Beautiful. Now, what we're going to do is that takes us through everyone. We're going to bounce over to wonderful Ellie Huang. Now, Ellie and I hung out in the city for a good morning yesterday. It was wonderful. We took a lot of photos, and just let you know the way it goes. I'm going to hand over to Ellie, but please keep using the chat to network, keep connecting, and if you have any questions of Ellie, now's the time to do it. Ellie's going to go for about 5 to 10 minutes. And we're really going to hear from her. We're going to have a bit of time for Q&A. So Please stick around and enjoy. And Ali, I was going to say, I'm a spotlight. I'm enable screen sharing, Ali, so you can share your screen if you want. And I've just spotlighted you, so you're taking over everyone's PC. So it's now Ali across everyone's PC. Ali, please, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, hi. It was so fun to hang out with Ed yesterday. We did some crazy TikToks. We took some cool photos, did an interview, had chats about marketing. It was quite productive for the whole hour, I'd say, when you say. It's always productive with Ed. Anyway, so hello. Thank you for Joel jumping on tonight. I wanted to try to make my presentation as practical as possible, because I always find that when you take something practical away, you know, you can apply that straight away. So let me share my screen, and then I'll quickly this is the one. And let me start. Hold on. How do I just do? Oh, speaking up the room. View from. Hold on. How do I view it from the thing? One sec. Slideshow. That's what I was looking for. Slideshow. Okay, cool. So hope everyone can hear me well. So for those that don't know me, my name is Ellie Huang. I own 2 clinics in Sydney, and I'm also a online health practitioner and fertility coach around women's health and just general autoimmune and all sorts of sort of health complaints. So I can do coaching around that as well. So I've been a Chinese medicine practitioner, acupuncturist for 13 years now. I'm also a beauty therapist. I've been doing, beauty therapy for about 18 years. I'm a master NLP practitioner, hypnotherapist as well, and that I've been doing for about 3 years. So it's great to combine all the modalities that I can to help my clients achieve optimal health and wellness. And my passion in the last few years has been around fertility and women's health, just because I'm seeing a lot of people come in with those sort of problems, and I want to be able to help people have amazing little bundles of joy, as I've got 2 of my own. So it's amazing feeling to be able to help them with that. So today I'm going to talk about ancient techniques to treat modern times. So, all right, I'll move to the next one. One sec. It's always hard to move it when you're. Okay, there we go. Okay, so quickly, I'm not sure how many of you have actually experienced acupuncture, Chinese medicine, but I'll give you a quick rundown. But basically, Chinese medicine has a history of 2,000 to 4,000 years old. So they say the herbal medicine component is about 4,000 years old, and the acupuncture itself is about 2,000. So Chinese medicine combines acupuncture and herbal medicine together in its modalities. And acupuncture itself helps to stimulate specific points on the body, because it looks at the imbalance of the body through a concept of yin and yang, which is basically what is out of balance. Yin is like the deficiency, and yang is in excess. So we look at everything in the body as being what is out of balance. Is it excessive or is it deficient? Do we need to bring it up to be in harmony with each other? So we look at the entire body system and its flow of energy. So what is stuck? What is not moving? So the acupressure points or the needling goes into the points that will help to move that blockage. Imagine like a pipe, or when you're driving along the road, when you've got like a traffic jam, things are not moving. So by removing that, things are able to move more smoothly in the body. So you want a nice smooth flow of energy throughout the whole body, so that's basically where there's no pain, your body's in harmony, there's no illness or pain or disease. And Chinese medicine is based on the 5 elements in nature. So we base everything on nature, which is wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So acupuncture points, we have actually 365 acupressure or acupuncture points on 12 main energy channels on the body. And again, we just mentioned everything is assigned to the 5 elements. So it's very based on nature. And then the same with herbal medicine. Every time we prescribe a specific herb, it actually has a specific flavor and a specific 5 elemental component, and it responds to a certain organ. So when you take something herbal, Chinese herbal medicine, it will have a specific flavor that does a specific action that responds to a specific organ that targets a specific element. So it's all very, all very rooted in nature, basically. It's getting everything to realign because we actually come from nature, and we're very, very similar to how the whole universe sort of works in terms of its energy. So quickly, this is just a 5 elemental chart of Chinese medicine. I won't go into too much depth because just from that, this would take hours just to explain. But you can see here, this is just the 5 elements that is flowing. So you can see, we could say we start with wood. You need a balance of wood to move into fire, to move into earth, to move into metal, to move into water. Now, when you've got imbalances in these specific elements in the body, that's when you're going to have disease, you're going to have issues coming up in terms of all of these sort of imbalances. So say we take wood, for example, that actually corresponds to the organ of liver and the gallbladder. So when we have issues with the wood element, you're going to see issues with the liver and gallbladder pop up because that's pertaining to the element of wood. So also, if you're angry a lot, you're not dealing with anxiety very well, you have problems with the eyes, we look at the wood element. So we would pick acupressure points based on maybe treating the wood, and we'd actually pick herbs that are based on reducing the anger, the liver issues, right? You could have problems with your eyes, you could have a lot of anxiety. We pick herbs which are based on the wood element. So that's kind of how acupuncture and Chinese medicine works at a sort of a medicinal level. So you can have a look at the imbalances, and say we can apply those same principles to fire, earth, metal, and water. So each element pertains to 2 different organs in the body. It has specific emotions attached to it, and it has specific organs. So all of that actually fits into the 5 element theory. So anything in the body, we're looking at where that fits in terms of the 5 elements and how we can manage that balance of yin and yang. How can we get that wood element back into harmony so that it's not in excess and it's not going to create more problems within the wood, or it'll bounce over to the fire. So everything is a synergy for how we actually balance things in the body. So what we're going to do is a quick little practical exercise. I'm actually going to show you, I'll just turn my camera on. I'm going to show you how we can actually treat ourselves really quickly using acupressure at home. So everyone wants to know a little bit of quick treatment for when a few of these things pop up. So the first point I'm going to explain is what we call the hand valley point, and how to find that. I've actually made a red mark on my hand. So if you guys want to follow with me, all you do is you hold your hand up and you'll see a little valley. We call that the valley point, right? So you just press on that, just like in that picture here. You can use your thumb. I find that using your thumb is actually really effective. You can just give it a gentle rub, right? Or you can just press. So acupressure, you can go up and down, or you can go in like a circular motion. And I would use a medium to firm pressure. You don't want it to be too light because you're not actually activating the acupressure itself. You want to be able to do a medium to firm, not so painful that, it's hurting too much, but you want to be able to feel that it's doing something. Now, when you use this point, this is really good for anyone with head, neck, and face issues. So if you've got headaches, if you've got neck pain, if you've got pain in the face, maybe jaw pain, tooth pain, sore throats, this is an amazing point. I remember when I used to work in retail, and this girl there was always getting headaches, and I'll be like, look, give me your hand. 5 minutes of massaging this point, literally her headache was gone, right? No need for Panadols. So this is a great point for just to remember anything to do with the neck up. If you've got neck pain, tension in the neck, tooth pain, face pain, headaches, all of that, even sore throat, right? People are all getting sore throats with COVID. It's an amazing point. So in acupuncture in the clinic, I would needle this point. You can just use this to do some acupressure. Again, both sides. So you can do right side for a minute, left side for a minute, and you could do it several times a day. So that's really good. You'll just feel like the pressure just starts easing. It's not as bad. So that's the first really effective point we use. The second point is what we call the inner wrist gate points. So on the hand here, it's just basically what you see in this picture underneath is in between the 2 wrists. So in between your hand here. So you just go about 3 fingers up from your wrist, and you would just use, again, a medium to heavy pressure. Now, that's really good for people who are going through nausea, vomiting, they've got insomnia, anxiety, or any specific chest pain. So it's a really good chest opening point, right? So we call it the inner gate, or the inner opening gate point, where it can help with any sort of chest issues, so anxiety, insomnia, also nausea coming up. It's a really good point for pregnancy, for people getting nausea or gastro, that sort of thing. The third point, which is on the exact opposite of the inner wrist point, is the outer wrist. So it's actually, you can actually hold them both together at the same time. Now, this is a really good point for stress, anxiety, hand and wrist pain. So if you're on the computer a lot and you just feel like your forearm is just really achy from typing, or you're getting some carpal tunnel, this is a really good point, both outside and inside. You can massage it at the same time. To help with stress, and it also helps with stress and anxiety bring down your body into the parasympathetic nervous system as well. And just, mainly hand, wrist sort of pain as well. So those points can be used together. They're the same on front and back. So if you look at it, it's about 3 fingers up. So your 3 fingers, put it to the crease of your wrist. So that's your wrist crease where it actually creases. You'll see a line. You go 3 fingers up for your fingers, again on the front side, and again on the back side. So where the fingers finish at the 3 points is where you can massage that as well. And then the last 2 points that I wanted to touch on is for the temples. So whenever you're getting stress, headaches, anxiety, eye fatigue from being in front of the computer, we have very sore temples. I've noticed that the last 2 days myself, actually kind of throbbing. So the temples are literally just to the side of the eye, right? You can actually just see where the red dot is on the girl. You'll feel like a little indentation. So you can actually just massage into the temples. And you can just hold. I like the sort of hold release technique. So you're going to hold for a few seconds, release, hold for a few seconds, release, right? So that's a really good point for just any stress, tension, eye fatigue, eye pain, and just kind of all of this area along the temples. And then lastly is what I call the Wingate point. So this is really common now to be using for COVID, common colds, flus, poor vision, insomnia, eye pain. And how you find that is at the back of the neck, or turn around. And you want to go up to where you feel just where the nape of the neck is, just underneath the hairline. If you follow your neck all the way out, there's a kind of indentation just under the neck where the picture is. So if you use your thumb, you follow it all the way up, you feel like there's a little indent, right? And then all you do is just hold it with your thumb and you just sort of give it a little gentle massage. So again, you can gentle circles or press, release with that as well. And again, just lastly, in general, we've got so much tension in our head, in our scalp all the time. So it's amazing to just give yourself a scalp massage. So all you would do is basically spread your fingers out in between the hair and just give it like a real medium to firm pressure. And then you can just basically just knead the scalp. So in our scalp itself, we have a lot of acupressure points. There's, hundreds of acupressure points just in the scalp itself. So by massaging this, you're getting out all the tension in the head, easing the stress, the tension, the face, the eye strain. It also helps to stimulate hair growth, balances out just your central nervous system. Like who's never had a really good scalp massage after you just feel like your whole head is a lot lighter? It can improve your mood, improve blood circulation, and improve your sleep. So I definitely say every time you're actually washing your hair in the shower, and just even maybe at the end of like a day, you've just had a long day for the computers, like really just massage it out and you just feel like, a ton of bricks has lifted off your shoulders, just so much tension from the head. And if we have a lot of tension there, we can lead to a lot of problems again with all the stress and all of that. So the benefits of the scalp massage is so good. So yeah, just spend that time, 2 to 3 minutes until you feel that tension sort of easing from the scalp. So that's hopefully you learned a few tips. This is a really good quote from one of our textbooks is the law of yin and yang is the natural order of the universe, the foundation of all things, mother of all changes, and the root of life and death. So that's basically the whole yin and yang of the earth and the natural order of things. So I've written an ebook. So if you'd love a copy of basically 20 diet and lifestyle tips to long and healthy life, I will pop that link in the LinkedIn chat. But yeah, love to send you a copy of my free ebook as well. So hopefully that was, really practical. And I'd love to take in a couple of questions. I don't know how long that went for, 15 minutes maybe. So.
Oh, it's all right. So can we give a big round of applause to Ellie? We are a bit over time, but let's take in 1 or 2 quick questions. Yeah, sure. If you have any questions, maybe just type them in the chat and I'll ask on the behalf. So any questions for Ellie? just type it in the chat and I will throw it at legendary.
And Michael
Ellie.
asked me a question on direct messenger, but basically if you're losing hair, yeah, look, it will grow back. It could take time. There's different reasons why someone loses hair. But obviously if you're stressed, that is not a good thing. When we get stressed, our hair falls out, right? So by reducing the tension and reducing stress, you will stop it falling out. And then once it stops falling out, you can then replenish the hair growth that way. So the first thing is to look at what's causing the stress, to have a good diet. Just by massaging it, it's not like it'll bring it back 100%, but you will take a one step forward into reducing. You've got to look at the root cause. Remember, we talked about yin and yang. Everything comes down to the root cause of why something's happening. So can't just say, by massaging it, it will grow back. There's lots of different factors in health as to why something is happening. But that's main thing would be stress. So look at what you're doing with stress. Ebook link. Yeah, so yes, ebook link. Let me just quickly jump and grab that. Any other questions?
Yeah, so Baksha asks, what do you do for sinusitis and bronchitis? What's your thoughts there, Ellie Huang?
Yes, I'll just type in this. That's my ebook link. Again, this is a really good point for sinusitis, bronchitis, right? So this point here. You can also, in my clinic, if someone's coming in for that, right, I would also massage right next to the nasal, so just right next to the nose, like just where the line goes down, right next to the nostril. If you feel in there, right between where that line starts, it's actually quite sore. So if anyone feels in there, use your third finger, right? Third finger, Ed, middle finger. Right, and just press in here. And if you find that you don't get enough tension, right, there's a really good thing you can do is lean your hand on the table and lean into the point, right? So everyone can try this. Let me just put you guys on gallery view. So if everyone wants to put their hands on the table, and then when you lean in, you're actually using the pressure of the table to press in. So if you feel any pressure, any pain, like when you're massaging and you feel really tender, then there's a blockage there. So I'll get you guys to try another point, which is really good for eye tension, right? Is at the start of your eyebrow, right? So what you can do is if you're feeling headache, tension, stress, this is also a good sinusitis point. But what you could do, I like to use my thumb. This is really good. When you feel a headache coming on, you can actually stop it before it gets really bad. Use the middle of your thumb. I like to put my hand onto a table so it's nice and sturdy. Now what you do is the start of the eyebrow, right? You put your thumb onto that and you just lean in to it, or you can use your thumb pad. But I find that just if I bend my thumb, I get more pressure. I get more of a deeper sort of acupressure. And you lean your face into your hands that's leaning on the table, and you feel that tension just under your eyebrows. Are people feeling that?
Yeah.
And if you feel that's really tender, it means like you've got a lot of tension there. You've got headache, you've got tension, you've got strain. So I would do like throughout the day, if you're on Zoom a lot, if you're like using your computer a lot and you've got eye fatigue, just put your hands on the computer, maybe just after every Zoom, and just do like a minute where you're just leaning in using either your thumb pads or just bending your fingers in half, and you just lean in to the point and it's tender. And as you say you do it for a minute or two, each minute will just get a little bit less, right? And if you do it again, like 2 hours later, it will be less. So as that pressure pain, we call it pressure pain, starts subsiding, that means that energy is starting to move. It's not stuck in those acupressure points, right? So again, anything, especially with the face, there's so much tension then we just don't realize until we press all these points how much we're holding in our head, in our face, because of, computer stress, right? And all of that leads to headaches and eye fatigue and then macular degeneration and headaches, neck pain. So all of these points around the head, massage, we've got, just take a minute, a couple of times a day, temples, head, scalp, in through the eyes, in through around the mouth, everywhere. Just massage your face, massage your scalp. It'll make you look younger. You'll feel less tension, less stress, and you'll be more productive and better clarity.
Oh my God, that was brilliant. Ellie, thank you so much. Can we give Ellie a round of applause? And just to say, make sure you connect with Ellie Huang. Ellie did an amazing job. There you go. So my friends, we went miles over time, but over time in a good way. Thank you for sticking around. If you've watched the recording, make sure you connect with these winners. If you're here live on the line, a big thank you. Can we please, I'll see you at our coming events. We've got Brisbane and Melbourne, Sydney tomorrow. We've got Zoom Monday, and of course, our international networking event on Thursday. So friends, can we give a round of applause to Sample Soon? Thank you, everyone. Unmute. Round of applause. I wish you all a wonderful evening, friends.
Thank you.
Night night.
Thank
you guys. Take care.
Thank you.